With GTA The Contract releasing tomorrow, December 15th, and the return of Franklin with his yee-ass haircut, I decided I can hop on a GTA and tell you guys how much money you would need and what the new cars we should be expecting on tomorrow's update. Now, the cars you see on screen are going to be in the contract mission, but they're not all of the cars you'll see. Some modders got their hands on the cars early, or at least a concept of what the car is going to look like. Now, from our knowledge from past GTA heists and updates, cars aren't really that cheap, sometimes going around from $1 million to all the way up to $3 million from a car you'll never really use again. So, for cars, I recommend at least saving up for like $6 million, because some of the cars you may actually want, because in the trailers we can see some of these cars can go really fast from some of the previous cars we got in some previous updates. Now, I know the real reason you guys clicked on the video, to see how much money you'll be spending in tomorrow's update. Well, of course, from the past heists we've had, the bunkers were up to like $3 million. And the previous heist, the casino update, took around $2 million just to get the best arcade, so you can completely finish the casino update and get as much money as you want as fast as possible. Well, I'm estimating, since this is one of the biggest heists possible, since every year Rockstar makes a bigger heist and more money available, I'm estimating it's around $3 to $4 million just for the building by itself. Now, that sounds like an absurd amount of money, but we're talking about Rockstar Games here. They're making new updates probably like every month or now, and they're making a new heist every year from now, so of course they're going to get more expensive because more money is going to be earned. And from the previous cars we've seen, they can go really fast, even though they look really useless. So, maybe with upgrades on these buildings and all these new things, there's a possibility that these buildings by themselves, with maybe the gun locker room, since that's a very common thing in these armored kind of updates, are going to cost around $8 million in total for like a full upgrade. Because you gotta think of this, it's Rockstar Games. We're spending around $3 to $4 million just for a building itself, just to do this heist. And as we can see in some images, this heist is all about music and about robbing millionaires who, quote-unquote, with Franklin, has too much money and we really need to steal from these guys. Which, of course, is not always the right thing to do. But think about this. The previous heist we had, the Cayo Perico heist, just for the submarine alone, was pretty cheap, $2.2 million. But that heist earned us a lot more money, and Rockstar maybe realized that we earned a lot of money from them, so they're gonna put this price on this heist or these buildings skyrocket, because they know once everybody sees YouTubers doing these heists and earning millions and millions of dollars per, like, who knows, 30 minutes, because the previous heist was like an hour, they're gonna make them so expensive to the point where you're gonna need to buy you're gonna take your mother's credit card and put it on the game, which I don't recommend. But the funny part is that, think about this. The previous kind of big upgrades that are useless but we want in our things, we had the helicopter in the submarine, which costed around like $3.5 million to add. Then we had the useless submarine in the submarine that was like $1.2 million. Then we had the armored controllable missiles in the Koteska. Then we've had the shooting raid in the bunkers, and then we've had so many other previous add-ons that they're so useless, but we want them because it makes us feel rich in the game, and it makes us feel good because we're spending a lot of money on these buildings, and these buildings make us a lot of money. But there's also one more thing. There have been leaks about this new EMP gun that's been coming to the game for a long time. It's been sitting away in the files for a very long time, people say. But since people think that the EMP gun has been like leaked in the trailer, people are thinking that it's gonna be released in this contract heist, which it probably is, and that's why people are really excited also. This EMP gun could either stun vehicles so they get disabled, or stun vehicles for a short period of time, like oppressors in a certain distance, so that way you can stop being griefed. And maybe Rockstar's kind of getting in their head that people don't want to get griefed, so maybe this is like the anti-weapon. But also this may be like the Cayo Perico pistol. You would have to spend a lot of money, do a lot of things to complete the props, and then do the heist, and probably earn the Cayo Perico pistol. But except this time, it's the EMP gun, whatever it's called. Now, Rockstar is big brain for doing this because they know since people want to stop being griefed, or maybe this is what the EMP guns can do, like disable vehicles, they know people are going to spend money just to get the heist, do the preps, and do everything just to do anything. These guys are big brain, and no wonder this company has been running for years on years now. But there's one more question to be asked. How much money will we make from this heist? I mean, the Diamond Casino, we've made 1 million or 2 million, but we shared with other people because we needed a max of 2 people to do this heist. But the Cayo Perico, the previous heist, we earned around $1 to $2 million, and it's a solo heist. So Rockstar Games made this heist certainly for people who want to play solo. Or that's what we think, because we're not sure. You never know if Rockstar Games can make this heist a solo heist, and we can get absolutely nothing, and then with people, just like the Cayo Perico, we can get so much more money, because we could be running around these people's mansion collecting gold, collecting money, but this is all about music. But there's not really much known about the heist since it's releasing tomorrow. Rockstar Games want to keep up the hype. But how much money will we be making from this heist? As I said previously, the Cayo Perico, we can make $1 million in an hour. Diamond Casino, it takes about 1 to 2 hours to complete the heist with people. But also, previously, you would make like $1-2 million, but you would have to share that with people. But the Cayo Perico, you wouldn't have to. So, Rockstar Games has probably taken that detail in, taken that information, and probably made a solo heist where you could do with your friends that have barely any setups, or it may be a business just like the Los Santos Tuners. But they may take that information and think people have been making $1 million to $2 million an hour due to Cayo Perico. What can we do? We give them around $2 to $3 million commonly. That's what they're probably thinking. Now, half of the things I'm saying in this video are all just opinion or coming straight from my head, but half of this stuff are information that has been leaked. But $3 to $4 million probably won't even be that shocking if we actually got it. Because we know, or we think, that all this combined, like I said, it may be equal to $8 million just for the building alone. Because people like grinders that have billions of dollars in this game have played this game forever and ever and earned so much money that they could take that money, spend $8 million on the bedroom in the thing, so you could spawn in there, the gun room if there's even one. There can be additional things like a vehicle storage, there can be a garage, there can be like a helicopter. You can come in from the roof probably and spawn a helicopter. But this is all just a conspiracy that I'm thinking of. Not conspiracy. Now, it sounds like I'm ranting about this, like I don't want this update to come around, or I'm just complaining about Rockstar, but I'm not complaining about Rockstar. I'm saying they're smart, and they know what we want as a player base. They know we want money, they know we want cool cars to play around. Like, what do you think they added the scramjet and the oppressor? The oppressor was meant for, grinding, but it was kind of turned into a griefing vehicle. But they didn't know, but they kind of take it out now because it's basically 80% of their population in the game. But I'm not blaming Rockstar for this. They're smart people. They work and they know everything, and they've made so many GTA games, like 6 of them. I'm not saying there's a GTA 6 now. I mean, like, there's a GTA before GTA 1. So, basically, these people know what they're doing, but they also don't know what they're doing. They're making another heist, like, about music and everything. But what are they going to do after this? We've had bank robberies, casinos, and now a heist about music? I mean, I don't know for sure. I'm not that, like, developed into the story of GTA. But maybe, what are they going to do next? Sure, it's their decision. Like, soon in a couple of years from now, they may be releasing GTA 6. But what, as a player base, what do we want? We want heists that make money, like they're doing. But there's also one thing that we want. Stop griefing. Now, this is good. Rockstar Games knows we hate griefing, but the whole point of GTA is to make money and get griefed. They want that to happen because they know we're addicted to the game, and they know even if we get griefed and we lose all our money, we're still going to play this game. We're addicted. That's why I think they should at least add vehicles that can stop us from getting blown up. There's plenty of vehicles like the Tornado, the Batmobile, aka the Vigilante, that take a lot of hits to blow up. But we want a vehicle that can withstand rockets and shoot rockets of its own. Now, it may sound like I'm being greedy and asking for so much, and this is a video about the heist, so let me stick to that. I'm just saying that with all these vehicles they've been adding in the past update, they haven't been getting better. They've been getting slowly worse. We've had the Scramjet released like 4 years ago. That was a really fun vehicle, and people still have fun with it today. But I'm thinking Rockstar Games needs to take in the information that we want vehicles that actually protect us, and not just give us a purpose of driving around spending $3 million to do nothing, but driving around a Rolls Royce that looks cool and can probably take a couple of shots but not explosive. I'm hyped for this update. But I'm not hyped that Rockstar Games hasn't been taking this information and been thinking about the player base really. They've been thinking about themselves and how much money they make. And of course, as a business, I would think of that too. Make money. But all I'm asking for Rockstar Games here is that they probably won't even hear this because I'm a low YouTuber. All I'm asking is basically, why doesn't Rockstar Games combine the element of heists and cool cars? Now, it sounds like I'm just a car person. I want cars. That's not what I'm asking, or what I'm saying. I'm just saying, I wish Rockstar Games would stop adding these heists and actually add the cars that we need. But also, I'm stoked for this heist to come out. I've really been waiting a long time for this heist. And I wish Rockstar Games would know that we, as a player base, want more than fancy heists. We want money in the game to buy cars that actually help us, and they've had that. But we've had Kuiper. It makes us a lot of money. And I'm stoked on this heist to come out. I've said this so many times because I am happy this heist is actually coming out. Because we've had to have a heist in a year. And they know we could, and they do it on purpose also because they want us to keep us excited for the next update that can come out any second and now. But overall, I'm happy that this heist is coming out. This video is dedicated to this heist because it's about information and about what we as a player base think, or maybe we each have different opinions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video about the information about the contract that could be coming out tomorrow, or is coming out tomorrow. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.